The Cochrane Library is a collection of 6 databases containing different types of healthcare evidence. It is known mostly for its comprehensive reviews. The start page of the Cochrane Library database looks like this. Anyone can access Cochrane abstracts on desktop or mobile devices. If you wish to access full articles from off-campus, you will need to log in with your network ID. The login page looks something like this. The Cochrane Library link takes you directly to the advanced search here. If you click on the logo, it will take you to the database start page with a simple search and learning tutorials. But back to the advanced search. Click the plus sign to the left of the search boxes. This allows you to add search terms with the Boolean operators and, or, and not. If you click on the Search Limits link, it will open a box in which you may select the type of document, for instance a review or a method study, or limit by date. I would recommend limiting your results after searching, and I'll show you why in a minute. Let's search for diabetes and diet. I want to pick up terms like diabetic and diabetes, so I use the truncated form diabete with an asterisk. The default searches for your term or terms in the title abstract and keywords. Sometimes it's helpful to narrow your search to just titles, and we'll do that in the drop-down here. Notice that our results are sorted by the default relevance. If you are most concerned about currency of the material, then you can change this to date, and the results will sort with the most current result first. It probably makes more sense to use this sort by date feature than the date limit we looked at earlier. Here's a chance to look at the search result limit options in the menu on the left. Now you can use the color-coded boxes to see what type of review you're looking at. If you hover your mouse over the box, it gives you a definition of that type. You can also see how many of your results fall into various categories here. We'll briefly mention the tabs along the top. Search Manager allows you to save a successful search for use later on. You must register with the database here in order to use this feature. If you don't know the term you're looking for and you need to jog your memory or see what options are in the database, try using the Medical Subject Heading Term Lookup or the Browse tab. If I start by looking up epilepsy in the Medical Subject Headings, I'll receive a definition of the term, a thesaurus showing synonymous terms, and a hierarchical outline of where that term falls in medical subject headings under nervous system diseases, central nervous system diseases, brain diseases, and epilepsy. It can be very helpful to know where a term falls in the classification structure when searching. Next, I'll search for Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia. Note that MESH terms are compiled by the U.S. National Library of Medicine, but they do cross-reference. If I select the British spelling used in this database. Also note here that this particular MESH vocabulary term is classified under multiple different hierarchical outlines. There's one Cochrane review for Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia. If I look at that review abstract, it tells me the date of publication, it gives me a brief background, main results, and the author's conclusion. While this review gives a recommendation, know that many Cochrane reviews will be non-conclusive. You will find that many abstracts are also available in multiple languages. If I click to the bottom of the page, I find the topic the review is classified under. This may differ from the MESH hierarchy we looked at earlier. If you prefer drilling down from a broader category, you can use the Browse tab that we looked at earlier, or you can click on Find Articles by Topic. Be sure and note that topics are limited. Cochrane reviews focus mainly on interventions for specific diagnoses once a significant amount of literature has accumulated, and thus you won't find a Cochrane review for every topic you may be researching. Feel free to contact one of our reference librarians if you have any questions.